And we're back once again, only on it is After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel. Joining me here on the line, I give you, well, it's the new era of the adult industry. A lot of people have decided to do their own thing. They've decided to have their own production companies. We're very happy to have these two people on as they are doing their own thing, making a success out of it. We're happy about that.
Attempting.
I give you basically from Peacock Productions. I give you none other than Andi Peacock and her husband here. So let me ask the big question. My apologies here because I'm looking at all this stuff here. I forget names, so I apologize here.
Well, to be clear, we before we get sued by NBC, it's two Peacock Productions, TWO.
Peacock Productions.
Don't want to need any trouble with NBC, of course.
Of course. So how did you guys get involved in this in the first place? What made you decide to make this a full-time gig, sink your money into it, your time, your effort, blood, sweat, and tears, and probably even, like years out of your life with all the crap you have to deal with scheduling, paperwork, tests, identity paperwork. Why did you guys decide to do this?
Okay. Do you want? Well, let me. I will probably go too long. So why don't you give the first answer? That's a good question. Why did you let me talk you into it?
Well, we met as I'll get just a little brief, introduction. We met as swingers. So when we met, we were already in the lifestyle. We were already used to the whole environment. We met and then we got married. And then I'm like, I want to be monogamous. And then he's like, well, I can't just go cold turkey. So he's like, I need something to kind of bridge between swinger and monogamous. So we kind of just filmed ourselves like fucking.
Yeah, I thought some Pornhub videos would be fun.
So we got some porn videos. We post those, have a little entertainment, have a little extra cash.
We thought we would make $300.
Yeah, so we got like a nice dinner out. We thought that's where we started. And we're like, all right, but then months later, we're making I don't know how much more money.
Well, to be specific, two videos trended on Pornhub, and then next thing you know, we have a career. So it was just something that fell into our laps. It was never a conscious decision until we decided to start the website. And then after that, we were kind of all in, and we did that in 2016.
Yeah. So yeah, ever since. We worked vanilla jobs in between, doing both for a while
up until COVID.
Yeah, up until COVID. Well, not me. I still work my vanilla job
up until December.
Yeah, up until this last December, I went all in on our business. So we're both all in as of January 1st.
And we're a legit LLC, not pretend LLC. Yeah. We are incorporate. We got our LLC actually just recently. We incorporated actually in Illinois, and then we let it lapse because we didn't really use it. And then now we're thinking about taking on more employees and taking it to the next level. So we're 100% legit now.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is going to be a question for Andi, because you basically get to pick who you want to work with. You get to shoot who you want to work with. You're in control. Unlike, going to a professional. What do you look for in people for collaborators, whether it's girls or guys? Like, what do you look for when you're looking for talent who you want to work with and you want to shoot with?
Well, for guys, I'm always just looking for someone that's very well kept, like groomed. I like a nice, thick, girthy cock. I'll put it that way.
The cock has to have the wow factor.
Like
when it comes out of the pants, it's like bam. It's got to.
But yeah, and then he's got to have a nice. I have to feel comfortable with him. I has to be able to
good smile.
Good smile.
I do the most of the picking. I'm sorry to chime in, but I do most of the picking, so I should be the one answering this question.
But let me finish what I was talking.
Yeah. Right. I bring them to you. Yes. Knowing what you like.
Yes.
Generally, I do the pre-screening, and then from there, most of the people I bring you never say no to because I've already looked at them.
Unless there's something I feel is not there. But usually he'll bring them to me, and then I'll kind of chit chat with them, see if I have a good connection. I always see if there's like a chemistry, some kind of connection where I can feel like, okay, we have something that I can, we can feed off each other. If there's nothing there, like I can't even text them or FaceTime or whatever, then there's nothing there, then I don't feel like that's there.
Well, yeah, I'll try to once I do the pre-screening, and I think it's going to be just like on paper a good fit. I send them to her to kind of fill out, and if they don't have like basic charm to get in her pants, it doesn't work out, and it just fizzles and it never goes anywhere. But we're like I think I told you via messaging, we have a very unusual way of selecting things. So we truly try to brand our product on attraction, legitimate attraction, and I think that's the key to making it good. And that's why to average people, not average, you're not average, but you know what I'm saying, like
yes.
people, average bodied people can like get a career out of this, is because people, what people email us about is the connection. It's not about, most of the time it's about the connection, or you obviously,
Yeah.
you know, but or the bisexual stuff or whatever.
Exactly.
But it's really about the connection, and to make that happen, I have to get a good vibe from somebody, and it's not really something I can quantify. It's just I look at their face, I can tell if they are somebody I want in my orbit or not. I don't know what it is. I just have this feeling, and I just go off of that feeling. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, unfortunately. Not something I can really tell somebody, oh, if you do X, Y, and Z, that will be your surefire in. You know, it's just a feeling. And then if, you know, obviously if they say something like really particularly unprofessional, stupid, inappropriate, whatever, from there. And then it's also about sexual taste, right? Because if like the first thing out of a guy's mouth is like, oh, I can't wait for her to suck my dick. Well, okay, your first thing should be about pleasing her, not about pleasing yourself. So it's also about mindset. So there's so many variables that go into it. It's so hard to say just one thing.
Yeah, but okay. But now I'll go for girls. A lot of it is the same for girls too, but it's actually a little deeper for girls, because I feel like I really have to get along with them. I mean, they can look gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. A guy I can.
Guy you can do and just like
Ignore,
a little bit and
yeah.
ignore but
The
girl you actually have to
the
like.
girl I have to actually like, which it's a lot harder. So that's why I don't have as many girl scenes, which I would like a lot more. But it's hard because I'm very particular, and women are particular too. So it's got to be a two-way street for both of us. So
I'll be honest, women don't like you. Women don't like you because you're a man's woman. There's a lot of women who are kind of jealous of her, like right off the bat.
Dude, it even happened when I was swinging. It was not just porn either.
Yeah,
I would be at parties and women, like the married women, would give me looks. I would only hang out with the single.
Because you're quiet, and like women, I don't know, they just act.
It's just
you got it all, honey. You got it all. So
that's part of it. But
yeah.
that's the question. I think
they know that their man wants you. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've seen some of your stuff. I love it. You guys also you'll work with transgenders. You'll work with, BBWs. How many people probably told you? You heard this before. You shouldn't shoot with these kind of people. You shouldn't shoot with these kind of ladies, because
nobody tells us shit. Because if they did tell me some shit like that, I would go fuck yourself. I ain't fucking trying to hear that shit. People know better than try to tell me that shit, because Mr. Peacock don't play that shit. Yeah, it's that simple. Like I told you, I'm very outspoken, and like I think, I'm not to get political, but we're very libertarian, and I am very libertarian and very outspoken, and I don't put up with any sort of social justice crap. And I'll be honest with you, that's pretty much made us excommunicado as far as the porn industry. If you're not leftist, you're not going to be in the cool kids club, and that's just the way it is. And that's the truth.
But no, we haven't really had that problem. I was gonna say
nobody asks it, because nobody gives a shit what we do, because we operate independently of everybody else. We don't care, and that's the thing though. Like that's what keeps us out of trouble. I think people like know that I don't care what they think, and we don't care we're gonna do us, no matter what anybody thinks, and the results speak for themselves. People keep coming back to our product time and time again. And the reason is because we keep it real. And that's as simple as that. And for every person who hates us for who we are, there's like 10 who love us for who we are. Because there's a lot of people who don't like that shit either. So that's my opinion on it.
I think that's not what did we answer the question?
Yeah, I think we did. Well, it's like, it's do we care what people think? No, we don't.
No, I'm not like
let me jump in quickly, because I want to ask this to Andi, because I'm guessing like people probably told you no, because like certain companies don't want to be associated with transgenders, or certain companies probably told you, hey, if you lose a little bit more weight, you can be like a MILF category or POG. Like, how tough is it when you hear all this and it's like, holy crap, there's like this rule, that rule, this rule, this rule. The hell, I got the point of being like free spirited and almost like they're unwritten rules that nobody tells you about, but you're supposed to like know what they're about.
Yeah, I mean,
I shelter you from all that crap.
I was gonna say, but he talks to me about it, and yes, I am. Right now, because I've done shoots, I'm in that in between where I'm like, I'm not one of those little skinny ones, and I'm not like
They call her a tweener.
I'm a tweener, so it's like one of those. I'm like, if I lost some weight, yes, I could be in that different category, but then also I don't want to lose what I have and who I am. So I kind of want maybe to be a little less.
We're going for like 20 pounds,
But the
20,
thing is,
30
I don't
pounds.
think
tops, and
who
that's
I
it.
am, and then it's like, and if
I think 20, 30 pounds, well, a small tummy would be naughty America worthy.
I kind of
I
just
think she'll be fine.
yeah, I know. But I just want to stick to who I am, and if they don't like it, then that's their loss. That's what I'm saying, and I'm like, if we can sell it on our own, I mean, it's I think that's
I could probably clarify why we feel the way that we do about all this stuff. Since we started the way that we do, we are financially stable without any studio support. So any studios that want to work with us, we can say no. It's just that simple. When I apply for her for a studio, most of the time they don't reply. Like I've sent her application, I don't know how many places, man. I've sent it to every single studio. I've sent it to every single agency. Nobody's replied.
or if anyone, maybe one, but yeah.
Nobody even says no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's just the adult industry, though. That's just the way that it is. I tried. If people send a professional email, I'll reply and say no, thank you, or whatever.
Mhm.
But if people like send me a text message style email, I don't.
Mhm.
They go to spam. So I know this is not exciting for radio, but like seriously, we don't like do anything normal. Like the way that the industry does it. And that's why we have been able to keep our sanity and stay out of trouble.
Well,
that's
I-
Twitter trouble, but
yeah.
So just for you, Andy, like who do you want to shoot with in 2023? Because it's a new year. I'm guessing you have like a
Good
wish list.
answer.
You have some people you've looked at, like, I'd love to collaborate with this person. I would love to shoot with this girl. Like, give me some people that you've looked at, went, this is my wish list, my bucket list.
Well, I know what I'm gonna go, not people first. I'm gonna do scenarios first and then people. Scenarios I've been lately, girls. That's my thing. So it's right now I don't have any girls I really want to work with because I see them and then I'm like, so girls I don't really have on my list.
But Johnny's on your list.
But Johnny's on my list. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Love. So there's no specific.
She's got hungry eyes for Johnny Love.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, that's a definite.
There's been a couple more. I would have to go through your DMs.
Yeah, I'd have to go through them, but yeah, I've been chatting with people here and there. And it's like I don't right now. I'm like,
But no, Johnny Love, I'd say, is probably the number one guy that's on her radar.
yeah,
Right.
because I've done. I mean, a lot of them out there. I've not a lot, but I've done a few out there, and I'm like,
But you like younger guys. You like
Yeah.
younger, cleaner cut looking guys.
yeah, a little
With
thinner,
a nice smile.
nice smile, or more genuine. Yeah, so I just look for a more genuine kind of. But yeah, enthusiastic and like MILFs. That's kind of like.
And they got to be able to handle the curves.
Yeah, and the curves, yeah, because I'm a lot of women, not a lot. But I'm just saying, but yeah, no, I would say that would be my go-to right now. I mean, I have,
Just enough women for me, Mom.
yeah, exactly. But no, that would be my one. That's the one I have right now. Otherwise, I'd have to go searching on my phone and go find who I was been messaging and stuff like that. Because I have a bunch, but I'm like, I don't know their.
Right now, I'm looking for mostly women for her because that's what she wants. We have enough guys. We have enough regular guys that we don't really need anybody else right now. You always want to keep new people into the rotation because people don't want to see more than 3 scenes with the same person, honestly. But right now we would love to add some girls. So whoever's looking,
Yeah, exactly.
she's available.
One on the calendar, but right
Yep.
now that's.
Oh yeah. We, what was her name?
I'm a Shay.
Emma Shea. We connected with Emma Shea thanks to you, actually. So yeah, so they're connected. So there's gonna be 2 squirrel girls working together. That'll be nice.
But no, I'm excited about her too. So she seems really sweet.
Yeah, she seems nice, and she's just around the
fun,
corner.
playful. Yeah. So that'll be exciting too. So there's 2.
How tough is it balancing the budget? Because you have to be tested. I mean, you have to, you have to basically make sure that you have the camera work, the lighting, the studio. A lot of it's already taken care of, but how tough is it like scheduling it so okay, I have my test, I paid X amount of bucks, and I have these scenes lined up, so at least okay, at the end of the day, it's worth it. It wasn't, because it's tough. I mean, when you are shooting content, you still have to be tested, or else people won't shoot with you. So how do you guys balance it when you still have your own house, still have your own lives, and you still have other bills you got to pay
We
for?
have kids. We have kids. I mean, but yeah, and I have a child support. I mean, Jesus, but like, no, I'm going to feel this one just because I've had to deal with it for the longest.
For you.
So as we've transitioned, okay, so before this December, she was working full time still for health insurance.
Yeah.
She was our health insurance carrier, and then I was teaching on the
side,
and then running the business, and I dealt with basically everything. I did everything. There was not a single thing that she did other than really show up with a drink in her hand and look pretty. Like, and that's the way we wanted it, because that it kept her low stress, right? But now she actually and then because she had a full-time job, like you work, 8, and like people, her old job really depended on her a lot. She had a lot to remember. She had to be very focused at her old job. So like, the transition was, now she's going to be doing the accounting and bookkeeping. And part of that is going to be figuring out the testing and all this, because quite frankly, we had it really easy. And this is now where we're going to sing praises to people who are in porn, because it is really hard. People really underestimate how hard it is to be in porn. The jobs that we had made it the porn the icing on the cake. Well, now the porn is the cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So we have no health insurance now. I have no idea what the hell we're gonna do if, God forbid, we come down with something. We are paying out of pocket, and even when we were had health insurance, you couldn't do it because it was TTS, right? They don't take health insurance, so you had to pay out of pocket. But we had jobs, so it didn't matter. You know what I mean? So, no, it's very, very difficult balancing the budget. We haven't figured it out yet. But I'll be honest with you, if you want to talk numbers, roughly our business itself yields about $8,000 a month on average. That's enough to pretty much take care of everything we could ever hope, need, or want and dream or pay for. We're not very extravagant people. My car's $30K. She got the more responsible.
Well,
anyway, so but eight grandish, and then that's about average. But there's months where we pull in 4,500, and there's months where we might pull in 10. It's just, that's the average. So like from November, anybody in porn will tell you this, from November, December, January, February, those are the 4 really, really rough months in porn. And if you can get out of those 4 months and save the rest of the year, you should be okay.
Right, but I want to jump in. I think he also was kind of like scheduling. So we do our scheduling during the week when our son's at school. That's when we do majority of our stuff.
Yeah.
Occasionally we'll do it on a weekend and say if we can, we'll
get a sitter.
Or that's it. I mean, everything is done during the week during school hours. So right now that's still how it is.
It's limiting.
It's limiting. So only time we do have more time is during the summer, during summer break, and maybe like a week during Christmas. So that's it does make it hard. So we are working during the week, during the day.
Yeah.
And that's usually what we have.
Yeah, I don't mind sharing what we make. I mean, it's not like we're living hog heaven. We work for every dollar that we make, and I'm proud of what we do. So it really doesn't bother me. Yeah. And we pour in our taxes, so I don't have to.
So we make it work.
Yep.
Last question for let you go, and I know you're not doing it this year. Is there a plan to start going to more conventions? Because that's how a lot of people get talent. That's how a lot of people get, the collaborators. Because not everybody can go to Florida. Not everybody can come and travel to you. There's a lot of people in Vegas, LA, New York, Texas. And for them, it's like, I can't just go to Florida on a drop of a dime. So going forward, is there a plan to do like more conventions so that you can get people on the wish list that you usually can't get because, hey, they're just not in Florida a lot.
Yeah, no, we do have plans. I mean, we're even actually trying to plan out trips ourselves just to go to Vegas. I'm like, that's our number one. And California too. I mean, we're trying to make, we want to
Yeah,
go.
but he's speaking specifically about conventions.
I mean, we've been to the conventions. Yes, we've been to AVN.
We won.
And then we did go to, we do go to Rock, etc. We went to that in Chicago.
Oh yeah, we did.
Things
So,
like
so we've been to 2 of them.
We've been to a couple of them. We'll probably go to more here and there throughout time.
Do we want to though? I don't think we do.
But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I do want to collaborate. If people are going to be there, like I'll be at AVN.
Right,
and
but
be like, then yeah.
that's again. To see, here comes Mr. Peacock to rain on everybody's parade.
But
It's an STD trap. I'm not really inclined to go to those.
But I'm saying, like the other girl we listened to, I think even on your show, she says she goes, but she doesn't go to the party.
Yeah,
To the convention.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's just,
I think that would be our more.
it's just lately, I mean, the party animal in me says, yeah, let's go have an orgy, like seriously, but like now that quite frankly our genitals are our business, now we're like really, really careful. Like and this probably be a little short good anecdote to kind of leave things with, but it's a reality check. We went to our first swinger party in like a year and a half, or it had been a long time.
Longer than that, it's been a couple years.
Party.
Yeah.
We had been to the clubs, but we hadn't been to a
that's
party. Or the clubs are a little bit more confined. But this was like a private party, and like we were
House party.
Yeah, we were shocked at how easily everybody fucked each other. Because now we're like so used to like getting documents, and we're like, oh my God, we're porn stars now. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe these people are taking this much risk. I can't take that much risk. I have to work next week. Like, that's just, it changes your whole perception when you're all in, it really does.
Yeah, no, but we're planning it because we already have it on the list. Like Vegas is like number one.
For us, honestly, the main attraction isn't the connections. I'd rather connect with individuals away from a party atmosphere. Honestly, what our attraction to the conventions is really making ourselves more accessible to fans,
so people can see us.
Yeah, actual fans, people who want to take pictures with us. That's what makes us happy. That's what makes us feel like we're doing something special. I couldn't care less about name dropping. I don't care about any of that kind of crap.
I would like to show off though. That would be the most.
Yeah, she likes showing off her big movies. And I like showing her off.
Because we know what.
I want to see you like take pictures with people and like that's so yes, we will be at those conventions, but it probably won't be to fuck everything that moves. It'll probably be to meet and greet fans.
Yeah, so maybe in the next year or two. So yeah, that would be fun. I would love to. I'll probably be maybe a little thinner then.
Hopefully we've been saying that for years.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're proud to give on the show here. I give you it's the Peacock duo here, or you might know them as TPP LLC. It's the Peacock couple. So before we let you guys
go, two Peacock Productions.
There you go.
Where can fans check you guys out at? Where is the Twitter page?
Instagram, I keep it simple.
Fans, many vids.
Sure. If you just Google Peacock couple, you'll find us. It's that simple. You can Google Andy Peacock, you'll find us. I've been very, very mindful about naming videos on tube sites.
But we're on the platform, so
all roads lead back to peacockcouple.com, and that's by design. Peacockcouple.com is our bisexual site that features both of us. Our site, what is it? It's Andi Peacock XXX. We just changed the domain today. Andi Peacock XXX is just her. So that's going to be the hot wife, more straight side of things for people who aren't into the bisexual stuff. Those are I'd say the two primary sites. So Andi Peacock XXX for you, just you, and peacockcouple.com for both of us.
Yeah, but we're everywhere though.
We're everywhere. We're on OnlyFans, many vids.
X-Hamster.
It's hard not to bump into us, and that's why I get kind of aggravated when people are like, oh, like where do we find you? It's like Google.
Find Peacock.
Google.
Yeah, Peacock.
Google it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gulu.
Really good.
The Peacock couple, ladies and gentlemen, once again, always on a pleasure. Have you two on the show. We come back. A lot more going on here. Only on It Is After Hours, only on the After Hours YouTube channel.